You're listening to BambinoBabble's story. Once upon a time, deep in a lush forest, there lived a sly and cunning fox. One day, while wandering through the woods, the fox spotted a beautiful vineyard, filled with the juiciest grapes he had ever seen. The fox's mouth watered at the sight of the grapes, and he leaped over the fence and began to gorge himself. But no matter how hard he tried, he just couldn't seem to reach the highest, ripest grapes at the top of the vine. Frustrated and angry, the fox eventually gave up and slunk away, telling himself that the grapes were probably sour anyway. But as he walked away, he couldn't shake the feeling that he had missed out on something truly special. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months, but the memory of the sweet, succulent grapes lingered in the fox's mind. He couldn't stop thinking about them and became obsessed with the idea of tasting them again. One day, the fox decided to return to the vineyard and try again. He leaped over the fence and began to climb the vine, but once again, he couldn't reach the highest grapes. Frustrated and angry, the fox decided that the grapes must be sour and walked away, vowing never to return. As the days passed, the fox's anger turned to bitterness, and he began to resent the vineyard and the grapes. He convinced himself that he didn't want them anyway and began to spread rumors about the vineyard, saying that the grapes were sour and not worth anyone's time. But one day, a wise old owl overheard the fox spreading these rumors and decided to intervene. The owl took the fox aside and told him the truth: the grapes were not sour, but rather, they were simply out of his reach. The fox was taken aback by this revelation and realized that he had been foolish to assume that the grapes were sour just because he couldn't reach them. He realized that his bitterness and resentment had been holding him back and decided to let go of his anger and try again. So, the fox returned to the vineyard once more, but this time, he came prepared. He brought a ladder with him and used it to climb to the top of the vine, where he finally tasted the sweet, delicious grapes he had been dreaming of for so long. As he savored the juicy grapes, the fox realized that the sweetness had been worth the effort and that he had been foolish to give up so easily before. He vowed to never let his bitterness and resentment hold him back again and to always strive for what he wanted, no matter how difficult it might be to attain. And with that, the fox went to sleep, dreaming of all the sweet and juicy grapes that awaited him in the future.